welcome you to watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Monli Savrambai, bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. During his missionary animation visit to Egypt's Salesian communities, Father Alfred Maravilla, General Counselor for Missions, had several meetings with Sudanese refugees who attended the Salesian presence in Zaytun, near the country's capital, Cairo. The work with refugees from Sudan began in 2000 when some of them arrived at the public church animated by the Sons of Don Bosco, seeking the possibility of celebrating the Eucharist in the Latin Rite. The Salesian community, of course, welcomed them with open arms. Initially, it was the Comboni fathers who were responsible for working with the refugees, but gradually they handed over the entire apostolate to the Salesian community. A few years ago, moreover, the Salesian Church was elevated to the status of a parish, and it thus became a place for the Sudanese community to celebrate baptisms, marriages, and other sacraments. Today, Zaytun is one of 5 centers for Sudanese refugees run by the Catholic Church in Cairo. Monsoon rains this year of particular intensity and duration, combined with melting glaciers in the Himalayas and the widespread presence of garbage clogging the sewers, have generated a deadly situation in Pakistan for thousands of people who have lost everything they had to flooding. Nearly half the country was flooded. The Salesians have offered their cooperation from the beginning. The presence in Lahore was not affected, but from the house in Quetta, several projects were started to help the population most damaged by this calamity. The worst floods in the country's history, Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif called it. More than 33 million people have been affected, while more than 1,500 have been killed. The tragic figures are completed with nearly 2 million homes and 8,000 hectares of farmland destroyed, as well as 8 lakh livestock killed. In the presence of the mayor of Vietma, Pedro Pesati, the local bishop Monsieur Esteban Lazaque, SDB, and Father Pedro Narambuna, SDB, pastor of the local Salesian community, the deliberative council of the city of Vietma named Artemides Zati patron of the city, capital of the province of Rio Negro. The municipal resolution was made on Thursday afternoon, September 29, through an ordinance passed unanimously, which generated an atmosphere of great emotion among all the Salesians, students, and alumni of the Artemides Zati Institute present in the hall. The decision was the result of a request made by Bishop Lazaque, the Mayor Pazati himself, and to all the city's elected authorities, which was supported by the citizens of Vietma. In fact, it was the Salesian bishop who suggested that the people of Vietma, through their representatives, designate Brother Zati, SDB, as patron of the city through an ordinance, thus expressing the will of the people of Vietma to support Pope Francis' decision to canonize Zati on October 9th. Don Bosco School in Kalama inaugurated a modern set of state-of-the-art technical equipment dedicated to fostering the knowledge of unconventional renewable energies, ERNC. Specifically for solar and wind energy, the equipment includes 2 machines, one of German origin, purchased thanks to the financial support and commitment of the Aruturo Irara Zaval Korea Foundation, and another Chilean one obtained with its own funds. A modern passenger vehicle was also blessed, which will be used for the professional services and pedagogical needs of the educational center's student body. The ceremony was attended by students from the electrical and industrial mechanic courses, who will be direct beneficiaries of the ERNC educational project. During the ceremony, the rector, Father Juan Bustamante, SDB, addressed a few words, inviting the young people to put their gifts at the service of God's creation, adding that he has put creation at the service of man so that he can use it prudently and wisely. After being carried out in virtual form for 2 years, the Salesian family's Marian pilgrimage named Romeria to the House of Mary Help of Christians in the Salesian colony, San Sebastian, returned in its traditional form and presence with the participation of a great number of faithful from all over the country's northeast. Now in its 79th year, the pilgrimage included a program full in spirituality, joy, and Marian devotion. The pilgrims gathered at the Church of San Sebastian from the recitation of the Rosary in the presence of Father Francisco Ignacio, Recife Provincial, BRE, and Father Antonio Jao Neto, Provincial Delegate for the Salesian family, and various Salesians from the Northeast. Then, the lively procession headed toward the Salesian colony started amid songs full of joy and Salesian spirituality, accompanied by a band formed by youth and adults from the Salesian works of kites. Upon their arrival at their destination, the faithful prayed the rosary in the basilica, animated by the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians and the Office of the Immaculate Conception of Our Lady of Lourdes, with the participation of Father Dilo Mota, assistant of the Association of Mary Help of Christians, ADMA, Salesian novices from the Northeast, and various ADMA groups. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.